Would you cut off your sister to protect your mom? Because that's the exact choice two sisters are sitting with right now, and neither of them are talking about what their mom is not doing. Let me know in the comments. Here's today's story time. In this situation, we have three sisters. The oldest is in her 60s, the youngest is in her 40s, and the middle falls somewhere in between. And the oldest is the one that's reaching out for help. The youngest has always been very sharp, disrespectful, rude, and everything revolves around me type of personality. Holidays are the easiest way to understand her dynamic. Sometimes she shows up, sometimes she doesn't, but either way, there's always wreckage. When she does arrive, she demands that dinner be ready when she gets there. She won't bring anything, won't help clean up, nothing. She eats and then leaves. While the rest of the family, who has worked all day to put on this feast, has to clean up after her. And their mom keeps allowing this disgusting behavior because the youngest has a daughter. And so that means there's a granddaughter involved and she still wants access to her. But since it's starting to affect her health, the oldest and the middle sister have decided, well, if mom's not going to do anything, we have to step in here. So we're actually going to cut off our sister in order to protect our mom. All she's asking for from her baby sister is basic respect for their mother, who is in her 80s. But her bigger wish is to just have her family all together. She doesn't actually want to cut off this sister, and she wants to know, will this make it better or will this make it worse? I feel this. So my mom is also in her 80s, and I have a lot of siblings. And if one of them treated her with this disrespect, I could see her taking a beating, like really allowing mistreatment to carry on. But if I were to step in and try to punish my sibling for mistreating my mom, nothing would actually change, because the person that actually has to step in is my mom. And it's the same for this family. Like, I could see you guys telling your mom there's certain types of treatment we can't witness, like it's too painful. But in terms of actually punishing your sister to get her to comply, that's more of a control tactic. That's not really a boundary. And I honestly think that that's gonna end up blowing things up even worse. So if this were my mom, I would try to give her a couple scripts so that she could communicate some limits without burning down the relationship with her youngest child. If she starts talking disrespectful to her, your mom could say, I'm so happy that you stopped over. It's always so nice to see you, but I'll only be able to keep visiting if we talk respectful to each other. Doc says I gotta watch my stress levels. Then if she continues, or if she balks at it or mocks your mom, then she can say, sweetie, again, I can't get worked up like this. Let's call it a day and we'll try to visit again tomorrow. And then she has to follow through, end the conversation on the phone, or walk her to the door. Where you guys can come in and hold your own boundary, you can tell your mom, it hurts me so much when she starts talking to you that way. I can't witness it any longer. So if you're gonna tolerate it in terms of keeping this door open for your grandchild, I guess that's your choice, but I can't witness this. And then you would mind that boundary. Every time your baby sister starts talking disrespectful to your mom, you would get up and leave the event early. And you don't need to make a scene. You don't need to call your sister out. All you have to do is get up and calmly leave and just say, okay guys, well, time for me to head out. Your mom already knows the message. Like, she's knowing that I'm losing time with my other children because I'm allowing this one to bulldoze me like this. Number two, the second script I would give her, if let's say it's a holiday, you guys all want to eat at 4 o'clock. It works best for your family. It works best for your mom. And then your youngest sister is like, well, I'm only going to come if dinner is at 6. This is what your mom can say. Dinner's going to be at 4. I really hope you guys can make it. If you can't, I totally understand, but just know you will be missed. And then if she pushes back, your mom just has to, again, hold the line and just say, again, dinner is going to be at 4. We'll keep a plate warm for you. And again, I totally understand if that doesn't work for your family. If, let's say, 4 o'clock really does work for you guys and you don't want to switch your plans just because your baby sister came in and tried to stir everything up, you can just let her know, Mom, we're actually going to eat at 4 and then leave, but you're welcome to hold off and eat at 6 with, our baby sister if that makes you feel better. Again, you're not trying to control your mom, but you're showing her, we're going to stick with the schedule that works best for the majority of us, but if you want to accommodate her, that's totally fine. One thing your mom definitely has to be prepared for is the extinction burst. It kind of seems like your sister might not be used to the word no, so the very first time she hears it, or maybe the very first 10 times she hears it, her behaviors will probably escalate. It's very common, and it's what people do. They just try harder because one thing has always worked, and once they realize that behavior will no longer work, they will adapt and the system will recalibrate. But the hardest part is holding firm through the eye of the storm. Many people fold right before the storm is about to pass. And the framework that I use to build these scripts is from the CLEAR formula, where you connect first. If you want more information on that, just DM CLEAR formula.